pickets have been overran and shot up badly. And skirmishers on both sides are deploying. And they would fight much the way modern soldiers do. You pair up with one other guy. While one shoots, the other one reloads.
Here, okay? Oh, look how loud it is. You should put the blanket over there. Look at them running, hey?
Even the British knew that screaming like native warriors would have a certain effect at point-blank range. And in the darkness, friend did fire on friend. A good soldier could fire 5 shots a minute if he stood up, 2 or 3 if he was kneeling, and only 1 shot every minute if he laid on the ground. Effect against your enemy, and your enemy would know they weren't fighting. Hit you, it'll pancake. Bone, it'll go to pull the wounded out. His assistants would step in. The trick ball to clamp your teeth down on. For the surgery, you had about a 50-50 chance of surviving. Bayonet to bayonet. And at the Battle of Stony Creek, this happened. Most War of 1812 battles got that close. Some of the officers and sergeants. Of course, the native warriors had a selection of hand-to-hand weapons, carrying tomahawk. They were handy at throwing and hitting a man-sized target at 20 paces. So you discharge your gun at point-blank range, toss a tomahawk at your enemies, and close in with a fighting lance and tomahawks. The Americans have pulled some of the wounded back from the chapel, from the meeting house.
Now it looks like a snail in the
Off the cartridge, you're eating gunpowder. Your mouth is dry from eating gunpowder and from fear.
See them way over there?
The kick of a properly loaded musket is like a 12-gauge shotgun fire. So you're being punched in the...
They're getting up. See them? They're crawling there.
Now every nerve in your body down, they wouldn't fire enough ammunition back at the enemy to win the battle. If you broke and ran, well, all your friends could see you. You weren't spread out on a modern battlefield. They could see that you were running away. And if you broke ranks in the face of cavalry... There was a rallying point in the confusion of battle for the whole officers, and the oldest, toughest sergeants defended the red. But it made you a conspicuous target on a clear day.
Watch. These guys are pushing these things back. So the British have a rough time originally at the Battle of Stony Creek. They get in amongst the American troops. But in the process, they lose their own general. He spends all of that night and most of the next day stumbling around in the woods looking for his men. To find out that he's won the battle.
Only 2 people. One person down. 2 people.
The British do have. They have some experienced men in their ranks. There's a lot of British officers serving in Canada at the time, simply because they need a break. They've been fighting this Napoleon guy for almost 20 years. And Canada is a friend Army crossing the border. They're always sort of made out to be a little effeminate. Maybe weren't really the case in the World War II. One fellow's name is Pearson, wounded 4 times fighting in Europe. The last wound was a spent cannonball that shattered his thigh. Not a minor injury in any era. So we always tell kids, Irish sergeants in the regiment, how to fight. And sometimes fight dirty. Not that the Irish fight dirty. Not implied. But certainly the ranks of the 49th Regiment of Foot. Who aren't intimidated by the war cries of native warriors. Now some of the officers on the field don't even seem upset by the battle that's going on. The impression of being very calm. So you find lots of stories of American Navy came for money. Usually bought, but in wartime you found more and more men. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll just ask for a bit of silence as the lament is played. Now you can make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all the And as the troops reform the ranks, they're going to do a little march past. You're welcome to go back into camp, ask questions, stick around at the tavern. There's going to be more entertainment for me and Beau. Some period dance for all those Jane Austen fans out there.
Because you know there are lots of them.
And of course you have to stick around for the fireworks. But we'd like to thank everyone for supporting Battlefield House Museum and the reenactment here every year. Without you coming and with your support, this is going to be a pretty big event for the bicentennial of the War of 1812.
Are we supposed to be talking?
Now we want to thank our American cousins who are, as I already mentioned, are our friends and allies. And some of our volunteers in the States have a lot more important hassles and commemorate and celebrate Canadian history. So we want a big round of applause for the folks who come from the